Hello, Everinian. We're back with Homestuck discussion.
Hello.
Yeah. Okay. So, hopefully, this is the second last one. I do think we will not spend all too much time on Openbound, simply because I feel like we'll just talk about the characters broadly and then move on. I'm assuming that there will some people in the chat will have more to say about them than I do, which will be enjoyable if that is the case. And yeah, I guess that's it. Last week, obviously, we couldn't do this because of, well, limited time, but also just it was something. It was something. I won't recap it all, but yeah, we're back here. If next week we finish this, then obviously next thing that comes up with Homestuck will be Hive Swap, just playing Hive Swap.
Hive
And
Swap.
in the meantime, I will read the epilogues, and at some point in the future, I'll do just a video about, not a video, a stream about epilogues, where we'll just talk. And yeah, after that, just games in general. At some point, I'll read Beyond the Canon on stream. I just, again, have been warned about some stuff in the epilogues. I'd rather be able to, read them in a more safe environment, like I've said before. But yeah, we're getting close to that point where we will be able to do all of that stuff. And yeah, as you and if you didn't see the schedule on the community tab, we will do all 3 series today, like one stream of all 3 current series like this week, which is Outer Wilds and then Yellow also. Next one is Yellow on Friday, and yeah. So
it is funny kind of that you were so scared of the Homestuck series ending, when in reality, in a way, it's just beginning, because we're still covering and have to cover so many things.
Yep, but
and we're gonna cover them for a long time. But
yeah,
at the same time, I get it. It's different because you're not reading the original anymore.
Yeah. But at the same time, also, I guess it's just. I mean, in general, I had something to say here. It in general just feels weird. but also the fact that I thought that this would be just one stream when, again, I had more to say than one stream allows. So yeah. All right. Let us open. Oh, hold on.
The Homestuck Beyond Canon updates when we get up to it.
Right, we all have to think about how we tackle that. I do think that... Okay. I've thought about this before, and I don't think that it would be too much of an issue to just... Because we've had very short streams of reading Homestuck proper before, where we've just read basically Beyond Canon updates worth of dialogue, right? Like in one stream. We've done that before, right? Where we've had enough to talk about with the word that just kind of flew by. So I don't think it will be that big of an issue as you might expect, Luna. Honestly. Maybe
2 updates in one stream would also work.
Yeah, maybe like at the end of the month, because they do 2 updates a month now.
Yeah, like a monthly Homestuck video.
Right. Okay. Let's get to this. Let's get to this. So, and actually, I completely forgot about this. Let me welcome everybody in chat that's currently with us today. Hello, Sadest. Hello, Betty. Hello, Doc. Hello, Izen. Hello, your average player. And that's everybody right now. Yeah, I'm probably not going to read the story also. Okay. That is in the chat. All right. Kids play a game, then stuff happens, it's gay too. Yeah, it is. Right never ends. The epilogues are certainly an off-stream read. There's not really even any images. It's like streaming a book. Well, some people do that though, right? Some people do just read books on stream, but here's the thing. My concern isn't with the fact that it's basically just streaming reading a book. Because like
the contents of that book.
Yes, and there is a lot. There already were like so many like. If we were going through a particularly dialogue-heavy part of Homestuck, then looking at images was like the lesser part of the stream. So yeah. Well, anyway, let's go here. So plan for this is we're not going to talk to everybody. We're just gonna be broadly talking about the characters and what I remember about them. Because if we were to like talk about everybody, again,
that will take today's stream.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I mean, we'll just talk broadly about the characters and what I remember about them, which obviously a lot of it will consist of me saying, oh, they should have done this with the ancestors, they should have done that with the ancestors. Well, not necessarily concrete suggestions, because I haven't thought about it that hard. I know others certainly have, but yeah, I definitely am not that the kind of person that has proper, like, articulated thoughts about this stuff. Still, it's like, very much I do think that I do very much think that there could have been more done here with these characters, because this is like a whole new cast of characters who are interesting in their own rights, so yeah.
Question.
Yeah?
Will you stream to me?
I thought I already was.
Before, but then you died. So.
I didn't die.
Yeah, you did. Don't
Sigh.
you remember?
No, I don't.
Oh right, you were dead.
God, Fusha ruler, it's like a brain worm. Hello, General Mituna. Just talk to the only important character based ancestor Mituna. I mean, we'll encounter him. I love how there is this epic intro and then she just spawns in. Hell yeah.
Yep.
And it's kind of related to the fact that this is HTML. Also, hi, Aradia. This was so cool, by the way, because, okay, I've already talked about how Aradia should have had a more prominent role when it comes to actually, you know, doing relevant things. In general, the fact that most of what is important that happens in the furthest ring is like boiled down to they just search for one thing and then they find it, that's a little bit of a shame, considering that there were so many cool characters there. It could have been made a little more complex than that, I guess. Especially since a lot of the time that we do spend with the crew is just on the ship and Aranea just spills some exposition to us, which is important, but at the same time just doing all of that at once, it kind of... we'll get to it later, right? But just doing all of that at once instead of like some extra scenes with, you know, more of the characters being important, I don't know, it's weird, right? Where the hell is the actual like place where you go down here?
Well, hey, PPTS.
Hi, PPTS. Are
Hi.
you... Hello! She brags about being royalty, but hates all of the responsibilities that come with it. What, Mina? That's true, yeah. Because she just likes the gold, man. The gold. And the riches. Stupid. Okay. Let's see. Let's find our first person to talk to here. This, by the way, I feel like I need to take some time to also acknowledge, like I said before, I actually love Openbound. A lot of people I've seen, especially people that have done read-throughs on YouTube, kind of thought it was a chore, like just kind of a drag, probably because they were like kind of sick of being stuck on the same page number for so long. But it's like they do fit so much into like this kind of format. It's just so nice to be able to walk around such a pretty place that, you know, we're on the Purple Moon there, we're on a beach here. It really does reflect like the, you know, all of the different areas, these different memories merging of in the furthest ring, in the dream bubbles. I think that's really cool. And also time passing and being, you know, relative, considering that this Mina here in one series of events like meets all of these people from like different points in time, which we'll see, you know, obviously in the different parts of Openbound. I just also think that's really cool. This also didn't come back after just the Openbound. Frickin' Dave posts. I love how this like social media thing, the bubble social media thing, only Dave like actually does anything with it. I just love that. Only Dave bothers. Hi, Aranea. Okay, I feel like somebody will have a lot to say about her.
Wonderful.
Yeah, being the Empress of Bephoros meant actually caring for your subjects, so she just fled to the Pink Moon to avoid that, lol. I mean, we don't know too much about her, do we? About Feferian in Bephoros as in. It's a shame, well, we do know that she was way more similar to her like counterpart still, though. It's a shame all the scenery is just lands that we saw, which kind of implies that Ancestors' lands were the same as Beta Trolls. Well, they were, considering that we see the Land of Quartz and Melody, you know, be Damara's land, which is the same that Aradia had, which is a bit of a shame, yeah. As someone who read Homestuck before Flash died, Openbound was actually pretty cool. Fuchsia Luro looked on the first game, however. Well, that's the thing. This game is not Flash based. This is HTML. Only the intro is Flash. That's why it still works on the website. I hate saying it for the third time, but God, actually having to manually advance the dialogue makes it so much worse than can I please just have pester logs? No, I understand that. There definitely are places where people have like, because this is, yeah, you can't necessarily copy this, but people have like transcribed it into logs before, just for easier reading. That's a thing that you can see, but you know, I don't blame anybody for like not looking that up. But yeah, Alana is cool, I think, and especially in this part of the comic. Obviously, you can blame her for a lot of things later on, which, you know, some people will disagree with and say that, well, she did it because of this, because of this, because of this. And I don't have many opinion, like much of a complex opinion on Alana. Like, I will not talk about her more in depth as a character because I simply have not thought about her all too much. I just think she's cool, and later she has a plan which she's way too confident with, and freaks up. That's it. That's kind of it. Other than that, I really like her, just as a character, also, aside from the Jake thing, which we don't have to talk about right now. But yeah.
Everything she did was okay because she's hot.
Okay, I see. Sense. That makes sense. Can you like, can you like put yourself like closer to your mic maybe? Because I have the song very low, but you're still a little like hard to hear right now.
It's better.
Yeah, a little, yeah.
I hear her just fine. Fix your ears, Craft.
Well, you're weird. Oh yeah, she also knows LE's actual name is Caliborn. Damn, you can't just call me out like that, crap. No, it's fine. It's completely fine. Her plan could have worked. There, I said it, but we'll get there. Okay, we'll get there. At this point, her just being this exposition goblin is really funny. Like, genuinely, even though it kind of did like drag out for me at that point because I was just tired of doing all of these games in one sitting. Just reading her stuff, just the fact that there was a character that told us this stuff about their session is good, right? Because the fact that we do find out anything about their session is good. I like that, you know. It's just, again, just a bit hard maybe, a little. Hello, Rose. Rose in this part of the comic, obviously after this she gets the alcoholism thing, which is sad. Considering that, you know, when you look at fan works, especially from this era of the comic, you'll see a lot of, you know, ship art and stuff, and how oh, you know, the times that these kids had on the Meteor and on the Golden Ship too, and you kind of get a feeling that, oh, so much time has passed, and then you look at the actual comic and there are not many scenes of that time period, which, you know, kind of later gets a little weird when you think about it because of the alcoholism thing, and literally the next thing after that is game over. So there isn't even that much time that we spend with just, you know, Rose and Kanaya actually developing feelings for each other on the Meteor. It's like, it's a little sad that we don't get that, considering it's like, obviously they already had chemistry, and it's not exactly needed, but it would have been nice, you know. And it's kind of a shame that, you know, it feels like, yes, obviously a lot of time has passed, but we don't get to really see that. So I'm just talking about kind of Kanaya and Rose specifically here, because that's obviously very important to the whole like Meteor thing. With Rose, you can't really talk about Rose on the Meteor without Kanaya, so yeah. Light players. It does really suck to think that those characters are just we are seeing here are gonna die later. No, yeah. Which again gets confusing with the different versions of them. Like, at which point do you know, Meteor folks split from the others? Because like they still had very similar experiences even in the Dream Bubbles, like after post retcon. It's just that, you know, pre-retcon ghosts are also sometimes around for the post-retcon, you know, people to interact with, which, you know, we see in one of the flashes later. Yeah, Kanaya. Gosh, And I really feel bad for her in this, because like obviously here everything is fine. They like talk normally, and this is in general really cute dialogue when she talks about Rose, right? But just thinking about the fact that this culminates in, you know, the drunk thing and then game over, that's just sad to think about, you know. I think personally how that whole thing just kind of, because especially since in that in those last scenes with Rose and Kanaya, you kind of get a feeling, oh, okay, so we're gonna get like part of an arc where they kind of, you know, figure this stuff out and you know fix their problems, and then we get like a literal retcon of that, and the alcoholism problem wasn't there in the first place, which also kind of sucks. Obviously, I am one of those people that thinks that the retcon thing was planned, but the fact that this story stuff did get scrapped from being important, it's sad considering that there was interest there too, you know. It's just seeing the Meteor Gang specifically and thinking about what happens to these versions of the characters later, it's a bit bleh, you know. I can't help but think about that when I look at them. But their portrayal in Openbound specifically is really cool. I've always thought that.
Yeah.
No wonder sprite edits of the Dancestors having alive eyes look weird and awkward. Oh, hello Hoy, by the way. I don't think I've said Hoy before. God, the more I look at them, the clearer it becomes that the Dancestors designs were not made with having alive eyes in mind. At least the Openbound stock sprites were. Yeah. I have opinions on retcon, but I'm going to voice them once we actually get there. I don't think it's necessarily all too bad. You know, there's certainly things where you could say like, oh, John not fixing more is annoying. There is reason for that. You could argue, and obviously people have argued for both ways. We'll talk about it when we get to it, but yeah. And Dave. I love Dave's portrayal in Openbound, especially Openbound 3. He's just, in general, it's okay, like I said before, sad what happened to Karkat, right? Cool that they kind of made up at near the end. But kind of also sad that version of their story on the Meteor also gets retconned, and we kind of get to see, you know, them just being completely best bros and potentially, you know, potentially mate splits there at the end, without really resolving the problems that they had here. Because there was a way where they could have resolved some problems, and, you know, again, no getting that, there is a retcon, which when we get to Trickster mode, I'll also criticize a little, but that also we'll get there when we get there. Here, I love Dave's portrayal in Open, but it's just also super clear that he's, you know, talking to these people, just spending so much time with them physically instead of having his bro around constantly. Despite, you know, obviously not having his best bro around and best sis around, you know, just in Jade and John, but despite not having them around, he's become so much of a happier person than he's been when he's just living.
It looks like he's just having fun.
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Which he wasn't really used to.
Yeah. Because it really, like, just from the way he talks, again, especially in Openbound 3, it really feels like he's just so much happier as a person being in this company instead of bro constantly, you know?
Yep. Yeah.
Are people on Discord hearable enough, by the way, guys? Just asking that in chat. The retcon just reminds me of that episode of Rick and Morty where they go to another dimension and replace their dead selves. That messed me up for weeks. Oh no. I haven't watched Rick and Morty, but that does sound very Homestuck-ish. I thought this arc was a locked door, and for some reason I gave up on Openbound when I couldn't find the key. Am I just stupid? Nah, it is a different color, so you're fine. Yeah, that's my biggest issue with Dave Cat. It happens off screen and you are supposed to accept it as it is. No, that's the thing. They have chemistry, right? They have chemistry, but we don't get to see that develop, right? That's what I mean when I say that, you know, Homestuck could earnestly have benefited from being longer because of those kind of skips. And there is something I could say in relation to Trickster mode when it comes to that, but again, we'll get there when we'll get there. Also really fine. I also always liked these items that you could find in here. Just the little descriptions that they had, they were always really fun to me. Oh boy. Remember when I read all of Kankri's dialogue here? Okay, so obviously I'll be spamming my spacebar here, but okay, let's talk about.
Pretty good that you read all of it, I think.
I certainly know that a lot of read-throughs just kind of skipped it all.
Yeah, most of them did.
Yes, he's coming, Red Sweater Man. Honestly, I like both pre- and post-read conversions of Meteor Stack for different reasons, but I totally agree with the further frustration. It's not that I like one over the other, it's just simply that the storylines that were set up in the former didn't have payoff in the end much, right? We saw, you know, the ghosts and Terezi Remember, which was obviously nice, but that's it, right? It was just a one-off acknowledgement, and then after that we're rushing to the finale. It's sad that those storylines just got dropped, again, like many other things in Homestuck, considering there was space to have interest there, and there were, you know, visible setups for the characters', you know, relations being fixed later, because, you know, they just had like kind of an issue at the moment, and then it was very clear it could have been resolved, but yeah. Okay, let's talk about Kankri. Kankri, I've always wanted to look at him like with a, like, from the very beginning. I saw him and I was like, okay, a lot of people absolutely have a lot of issues with this guy. Obviously he's written to be an annoying character, right? And he's like, and obviously his whole stereotype that he's supposed to be is like, he cares about social justice, except it's like all ideals, no practicality. So whenever the other trolls kind of, you know, question him on what he's talking about, he's like, no, I know better, shh, right? I've always interpreted that as he's still trying his best, but he is up his own arse about it, where he obviously did a lot of research about actually, you know, societal problems, but instead of actually, you know, applying that to interactions with others, he's only talk, no practice, you know. And if he didn't have that, he absolutely could be, you know, a very like he could be a better person, I feel, you know. I don't know how to say it else, but I hope you know what I mean here. Okay, so here Kankri mentions lifespan shaming, which basically debunks a theory I saw around suggesting that lowbloods on Artonia live less because of their harsh conditions. That's yeah. You know what else? I actually really like about Kankri's dialogue here is that he confirmed that that trolls can be asexual or aromantic in a specific quadrant. I don't remember. Hi, Karkat. I won't like see. Okay, I won't go through every single thing he said here, but that's something specific that I remember, and I remember being really happy because that is something that I've genuinely theorized about before. Like, can trolls be asexual, and if they can their asexuality be limited to one of the quadrants? And according to Kankri, yes, and I'm gonna take that as canon because that's actually really interesting to me. That's one little nugget that I still remember about him that I really like. Why would there be such a term on Beforus too? Yeah. Also, Arena earlier mentioned lowbloods on Beforus also had so shorter lifespans. Another thing that comes up with Kankri interactions in Openbound 1 here is the whole thing of I don't remember if it's here, right? But it's somewhere where somebody mentions that even though we don't get like really a reason for, I don't remember what it was exactly. It's something to do with like misogyny still existing on the forest, right? In the context of it being very similar somehow to like what we have on Earth. Which I don't remember the context of it. There was some explanation, but I don't remember now. Can somebody remind me in chat? I'm sure that there is somebody here that will remember. Fandom really sugarcoats and downplays how awful Kankri actually is, like they do with Bro. I would say it's way more understandable with Kankri, considering like his character, isn't an abuser, but there are aspects of Kankri a lot of people like, and I think those people just kind of wish he had kind of like a character redemption, which he didn't, obviously, because, well, not an important enough character for Homestuck apparently. But yeah, I enjoy. I will absolutely not shame people who want to see Kankri in a more favorable light, because there is space where he could have, you know, become a way more favorably seen character, but obviously he didn't have that spotlight in the comics, so but. I do wonder why his quirk is like that though. He and the Sufferer never had a symbol like Harkat does, and here he also comments on how much he disapproves of his post-scratch self. That is, yeah, that's true. I think it's more so, probably more so like a thing of simultaneous, circumstantial simultaneity, where the cancer symbol kind of, you know, wasn't really related to a sign, but at some point he encountered it in his life and kind of thought, oh, okay, that's gonna be mine, without really it having any relation to signs or, you know, any knowledge of the Sufferer. That's kind of the way I'm thinking of it.
About that, if you look at his sprites right here, you can actually kind of see, I'm not sure if it's intentional, but a 6 and a 9 from his wrinkle and his eye bags.
Oh yeah, that's true. I mean, it comes from just like the lines that make up his eyes, but that's very funny. I never noticed that. That is true. Wow, it's funny. Okay, thank you. Goodbye. Yeah, Kankri. Hold on. Oh god, I skipped some things. Sorry, hold on. Kankri is really good at putting his in subtle jabs and being awful to his friends. Yeah, it is sad that way. Here's the horse. Sadly, I'm not sure how much that is actual canon information or just Hassie poking fun at the targeted Tumblr demographic at the time. Yeah. That's also the thing. It's kind of questionable, well, you know, with Kankri's inspiration, but we won't talk about that much. I don't really have many thoughts that, like, well-articulated thoughts at least, so I'd rather not speak on that. Porum talks about some casts still being male-dominated despite the entire empire being a matriarchy. Yeah. Hello, Prophet, welcome to the stream. This is us talking about Homestuck post me actually finishing reading it on the all on the channel. Welcome. Hello, Scalafeddy. Honestly, I don't think the Alpha Trolls should have gotten actual redemption arcs, except for like, are we fricked up and suck? Let's go do some good by fighting Lord English. Well, that's, yeah, that is a fair assessment. Hello, thank you for subscribing, Prophet. That is a fair assessment if you just don't care about the characters all that much, but I can't help but see potential in every single Homestuck character. So, you know, you'll see me yap about, oh, they should have done this, they should have done that with this character, that character. You know the deal. You know my deal at this point. You know me.
I know you. Yeah, I know how you work.
I know who you are. Is that okay, Luna?
Yeah, it's okay.
Do you have anything to say at this point? Because I've kind of just been yapping non-stop.
It's hard because you're yapping so much that I don't really know where to stop, or I forget what to say very quickly.
Yes, I find the same, no offense.
Oh, I'm sorry. See, I'm trying to fit as many words in as little of a time frame as possible here, okay?
I know, you're doing good. That's for certain.
Also, I have a confession. I skipped Openbound and all of the alpha crap, so I'm about to go back and watch it. Watch your read-through. That's you're okay. Well, good luck with that. Good luck with that. I hope you have fun. I guess. I don't know if there. I know that a lot of people certainly don't find too many redeeming qualities about this whole thing. While I do find it really enjoyable, but yeah. If master classes are a no-no, then I'll make my little Prince of Light. Wait. Lord of Light. Wait, who you talking about with the Lord of Light thing? I'm not sure. Used to be Hair of Heart back in the day. Oh, you guys are talking about class specs, okay. I must look for space, okay. Honestly, no idea is the class for myself. The Alpha Trolls represent basically the same thing as LE. They represent immaturity, stagnation. They've been in the dream bubbles for an eternity, and they're still exactly the same as they were then. I see. That's also the thing where I feel like their interaction with the Meteor Squad could have had like pushed them in a new direction. That's the thing that I always thought about them. Where I understand the stagnation thing, but it's not really driven home as like a thematic point in Homestuck for me to really believe it enough. No offense. So I've always seen it as. Oh, there it is. There's the notification on screen. For some reason, the audio isn't playing though. So in my eyes, it's like I've always seen their interactions with the Meteor Squad as something that could push them in a new direction, as like a new thing in their post lives, you know. Oh, there's some delay on the YT stream. No, yeah, there is. Maybe Rad Girl spotted. True. There is something to move past the simple. I understand that interpretation. However, I like the general gists of these characters too much for me to really accept it, which probably just says about about me more than anything. Just that I can't accept reality, but yeah. I'm just speaking my genuine thoughts here. It's not that I haven't thought about what you're saying before Skelefedi, and again, I absolutely 100% understand the perspective. It's just that it's really really hard for me specifically to like think of it that way personally, I spy a gamer. Hello, JG Enigma, yes. At first glance, Lateral is the stereotypical cool and rad gamer girl, but reading her interactions with Porum shows that in true knight fashion, it's just a facade to hide her insecurity. That too is really cool about Latula. Okay, let's oh, no, damn it! Oh, that's stupid. Okay, I guess I'll just talk about Latula while walking. That's the thing about her, right? Where okay, obviously in relation to Porum, because we're already mentioning their interaction. Actually, just so it's not too late for you guys, I'll be Homestuck for a second. Their interaction is super cool, because again, that one alone, it really. Just because of the interaction between Latula and Porum, I can't really see them as like, oh, you're supposed to see them as just stereotypes and then move on, because they explore something there, and Latula accepts, okay, I'll try to do this the next time, or in the future in general, after talking to Porum. Just the fact that that's there, it really it's hard to just because of that, it's really hard to believe for me that. Or well, accept that we're supposed to be just to move on from these characters, there is too much here too much interesting stuff to potentially explore here, where I can't just let it go like that, in my mind. My mind will still be troubled by the fact of how they were treated. Again, the thematic thing I understand. I just don't agree that it was the right choice story-wise, That's just my thing, though. Again, no shame in what you think, Skelefedi. I think that's completely fine. No offense to knights in the chat, but it's pretty apparent that all knights in Homestuck tend to hide insecurities in certain ways. Definitely seems that way. I definitely forget some of the aspects of the Dancestors. I kind of just remember that Cankri is Seer of Blood because Sadist's exact claspect is that, and also is Cancer, so yeah. No offense to Hasi or the people who worked in Openbound, but it's so freaking long, it's insane. I think that's cool. I think that's cool. I know all of HS is long, but that specific part being so long and not really affecting the lore that heavily is just Well, that's the thing, right? To the people that don't care, it's a waste of time. To the people that do care, it's like, oh, why didn't these characters do more?
Nobody's happy.
Nobody wins. Literally nobody wins.
Yeah.
God, I love her though. I don't know. Okay, here's the thing. I don't know if this is a faulty reading, right? But even her needing to proclaim how rad and how much of a gamer she is all the time, that definitely is part of the insecurity. But the second thing that I think with her is like, it's definitely still part of her personality. It's just that I feel her need to just constantly proclaim it is that's the insecurity. While meanwhile she obviously enjoys still like skateboarding all over the place and stuff, you know, being rad. It's just that you know, putting just constantly pointing that out, like, oh, I'm that person, I am that person, just to keep thinking of me as just that. That's part of the insecurity, or at least that's how I thought to think about it. Again, there are Dancestor scholars out there who will probably, you know, have more to say about that, but yeah. Hello, Estrogen Vampire, welcome to this stream, hope you enjoy. This is our discussion of Homestuck after I've read all of it on the channel. You can find a full read-through if you like here. Yeah. Porum often comes across as the really supportive person, but every time I see her, I keep wondering what happened to her and Arena's relationship. Yeah. Because there is that little hint of it, but we don't really get to see all too much of it. Actually, hold on. Speaking of, let me do something in the background real quick. Okay, there we go. All points lead to it not being a very fulfilling, at least for Arena, to me at least. I see, that's interesting. No, yeah, it's just, I'm not saying they just show up here and that's it. They should have showed up more often afterwards, yeah. Just in general, all of them. And then after this, it's basically just Arena and Mina, which is sad there, because these characters are... They're cool, I like them! Kankri actually calls Por... Yeah, I remember that. Again, all, like, technicalities, no actual practice when it comes to the social justice stuff. Right, sure, story-wise, in my Homestuck by Andrew Hussey. In my head, my ideal Homestuck ending would be one where John retconning Vriska back causes a domino effect of John retconning characters back to life, so Vriska asks John to revive Tavros, and Tavros causes Gamzee to ask John to bring back Equus and Nepeta, etc. That would actually be that kind of like time loopy stuff would be actually really cool for a retcon. But see, that's kind of the thing. Homestuck, the fact that it did kill off characters, even like just not looking for a second at the fact that, oh, you might see it as it's disrespecting these characters, which you might as well. The fact that it had the balls to do that, it added to some of its, like, you know, flavor, to this story's flavor specifically. The fact that main characters could just get killed off, even if there were so many ways to revive them, you know? So I think that part of it, those stakes being removed by like a complete retcon with everybody being alive, that would mess with that a bit at least. Where, you know, some people might think, oh, this is kind of, that part of the story is ruined. I definitely see how that could also go that way, you know? Both part of the insecurity and also has he once again poking fun at people? Well, I guess, yeah. And so there'd be a crap ton of meteor trips throughout the dream but basically their relationship lasted barely half a sweep, which is roughly a year, and the two just never interact at all. Not to mention Arana herself constantly tries to change the subject or downplay it. I see. Yeah, what generally Tuna said. I really hope that didn't play a role. Oh wait, I didn't see that. Kankri actually was... Oh yeah, that's what Kankri said, right. Yeah. Oh well. Don't really have much else to say about Latila. I think her dialogue is really enjoyable, and that's kind of it. she's just entertaining. That's all. That's the last thing I can say about her, at least. The tongue. Okay, let's skip. Right. You have to get the thing. Oh wait, this is where you actually have to do the skateboard trick, I'm pretty sure, right? Or do you have to talk to Porum first? I'll interact with this orb.
I like this skateboard trick. It's really good.
Only Porum can see what's inside, right? Okay. Hello. Porum is cool. Okay. How do I talk about her necessarily? Because it's not like I necessarily, it's not like I really remember too much about her, like when it comes to, you know, specifics. I think I definitely remember really liking what she was talking about, like her interactions with the other trolls, like felt like they brought a lot of interest again once more, where she just kind of asked the stuff that you really didn't think that somebody would acknowledge, especially when she later when she talks to Kankri and Latula. Those were just really interesting when it comes to just character exploration in general, just talking about the world. She very definitely feels very like a person who is concerned with like just social issues too, which comes across in some of her writing. It's just cool to read about. It's interesting. That's really all I can say about that. And yeah, she's also just entertaining. I like her. I don't know. I don't really have too much else to say about Porum, considering I don't actually remember too many specifics about her. Porum at first glance is obviously meant to satirize feminists, but once again, the more dialogues we read, the more she legitimately means well for several characters like Damara. Yeah. Well, that's the thing though, I realized that that was kind of the point when the satirization didn't really come off from me, to come across to me too hard even the first time. Maybe that was just me being blind, but from the beginning she seemed like a really genuine character rather than a stereotype, so I don't know, maybe that's just me being blind, but yeah. Might have just been me being blind. What?
It happens. You being blind does happen.
Yeah. Okay, I guess we could just do the skateboard trick immediately, but I wanna see this again.
Suddenly very calm music.
Yes. Okay. Oh, there's a carpet being all like, right, because don't you have to like make? Don't you have to like make Kankri leave Karkat alone here? I think that's what Porum does here. I'm pretty sure. I need to reread this at some point. Okay, well, because yeah, you can't be Karkat at this point. Who do you have to talk with him? I don't remember.
I believe you have to talk to Latila to become her, get the skateboard, then skateboard down as Mina, and then Mina will make Karka go away, I believe.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Well, okay, we don't necessarily have to do that. I don't want to menu around too much, but again, I remember these interactions being lovely. We're not gonna go through all of them because again, time. But I will revisit all of this on my own someday, and that'll be really that will be nice, I think. Later on, you get Karkat. Karkat opens the door. There's that little interaction between Mina and Karkat, and I really like Mina and Karkat interactions because it's just. Obviously, Mina is not the best person, right? But the way that she is, that she, kind of genuinely cheers up Karkat here in a time where he feels completely disconnected from everybody. That's just really nice, I just thank her for that because since the penis Ouija frickin' sub-act, I felt really bad for Karkat, so seeing him just get his spirits up at least a little bit because of his interactions with this character, with Mina, that I was very thankful for that, Hirok Porum calls Karkat cute, just says, well, yeah. That's kind of the thing, the comic just forgets about the ages of these characters, which is problematic as hell, but I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to spend time talking about that. Why do you hate to admit it? They're just like they could be just really good friends if you just let them be, you know, just that, and you know, don't mess around much else. But well, other than that, I really like how Karkat, the little thing of Karkat, says, you know, making the password. If I hate myself so much, why don't I hate myself? And how he's like comments, oh, it reminds me of someone I care about. That was just so cute. I specifically remember that dialogue because, again, Jade and Karkat interactions, very lovely, very epic, and wish there was more in the comic. But yeah, obviously characters get separated. I'm glad for what's already there. And yeah, after that you get the exposition stand, and yeah, I think we can move on from that now. Pause. Open bound pause. Year 2. Okay, let's go for some music here. Hopefully everybody has talked about everything. Darling Dolorosa.
Nah. More messages will come up.
When we getting this song officially released? What, Darling Dolorosa? It is officially released. It's in Colors and Mayhem Universe A. Is this the part where John realizes Connor sucks? This is the part where John realizes Connor sucks. The thing about it is, okay, obviously it reads like a really funny scene because obviously it is supposed to be comedic, right? Absolutely it is. But okay, like we'll get to it, right? But it read to me as a bit sad for John, because like obviously kids will have that kind of point where they see their old interests as like lame suddenly, right? And they just kind of want to separate themselves from that. And that is natural, but just seeing that happen to John was just sad, considering Connor. And in general, you know how that interaction there with Jade, where he just kind of yelled at her a little bit. It's sad, but also really nice pictures here. Casey is slipping some manthro chap in here. This looks so cool, and again redraw of this. I think that's really cool. There you go. Also,
Yeah,
we're playing
building shots always so cool.
Yeah, absolutely. Planet shots do look great. I had this one too. Also, we're playing Bridge of Stars from Homestuck Volume 9, by the way. Agreed, I also read it as sad. No, looking at something we really liked when young and then realizing it's not really cool now is something we all relate to. It's a little sad, yes. Because it's natural, right? And I shouldn't really blame John for, you know, if John really kept thinking of it that way, right? If John really kept thinking of it that way after this, obviously I couldn't blame him because it just happens to people, right? But it is sad considering what it kind of sparked in him. That he was just in general a bit like sad in general after this, you know. And oh look, this too, by the way, the fact that it in underlings can just be calm, if not like, you know.
It's so funny that just two imps were there.
Yeah, but like the fact that underlings can be calm, right? I don't know how much intelligence underlings have, but the fact that they can be calm, one, and two, the fact that, you know, obviously that there is no denizen or Dur's involvement here, so that like, what's the morality here of killing like so many of them, right? Like, what exactly is the morality of that? Obviously, that's not being explored in Homestuck, and I don't have the energy to talk about it, but I've thought about it before, and it's just confusing, man. Joan is growing up. That's all. Yeah, I think this is one of the yeah. This is one of the parts that really does illustrate the coming of age part of Homestuck, which I definitely like when people describe Homestuck that way. It's nice, right? But it's also like you really only get that with only a couple characters, and it only gets explored like much with John, and even then it's like not all that much. we get that with Jade, we get that with Dave, we get that with the beta kids certainly. Maybe a little less Rose when it comes to the actual coming of age thing, and more so just well, she does figure herself out more, but it's still a little confusing towards the end of the comic to me personally. I'm still confused about Rose's character at the end of the comic. I don't know if it's just me. Maybe I should read some freaking nerdy Tumblr post about Rose or something. Maybe that will clear up my mind. And I'm not saying that derogatorily, by the way. I love reading that kind of stuff. It's just that I haven't really found time for that recently. For that kind of like just seeing analysis stuff. Which, speaking of, I still have to watch that one. This video is about the Dark Strider video and the Dave Strider character analysis, because those are two videos that I have been showing up in my recommended a lot, and I just have not took the time to watch them properly. God damn it, shut up, freaking ads for the electronics store. Okay, there we go. I like to imagine that at a certain point, after going enough up your issue ladder, the weaker underlings won't bother with you anymore. That's a funny thing to think about. Evil henchmen that are actually pretty chill once you make peace with them trope, my beloved. Yeah, that's the thing. What about all of the ones that were killed before? What's the morality of that? Please, explain to me. I love this part so much. Yeah, in retrospect it is funny, but at the time, yeah, absolutely sad. Okay, let's move on here. Freaking looping gifs. I think I just realized something. What? This movie freaking sucks. God. Oh. Because this was not just because this is not just John getting mad at Con Air and his liking of it. It's in general just him being frustrated with his life, right? Because he also does the thing like, can't you make the ship go faster? He also says that, right? He's just really, really frustrated with all of this. Obviously he misses his friends and everything. And there is this thing about Dave Sprite, which is the fact that John, it's not really, we don't really figure out what John's feelings on Dave Sprite are towards the end is a little infuriating to me. Which also is interesting considering that John is one of the only people that really talks about a Dave Sprite in any like depth, really much. So that's also a bit of a shame. Again, the thing of Homestuck not really treating duplicates as a thing to really explore at a certain point, which is sad, because that was a very big part of it, and it wasn't, despite most of it taking place in this place with all of these ghosts. Yap, blah, 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 blah. You've heard me say all of this already. I can see why some don't like John here. At first glance, John just looks like an a-hole, and coming of age aspect doesn't really get explored further until later in Act 6. That's also kind of the thing. You kind of have to already be thinking like, oh, this is a possibility. This is a possibility for you to realize that. But at the same time, I think this, in terms of readings, this is like, at least to me, this feels like way more obviously what this is supposed to be, right? John. Just this is like an aspect of John growing up, just as scene we get to see of that. Stop. This thing. So I guess it is still for me a little bit infuriating when people just kind of refuse to see it as that. I guess because I've seen that happen too. I do wonder if you can prototype an underling. Technically, you probably could. Hello, Arnold Partini. I have no idea what Homestuck is other than that demon clown lady I found on a Reddit meme. Okay, demon clown lady. Who could you be talking about? What, Nana Sprite? Hold on. Also, hello, welcome to the stream, where we are discussing Homestuck after I've read it all in. On stream here on YouTube. I have a full series. Hold on, is this the demon clown lady? Oh wait, no, or is it, hold on. Or is it her? This person. Or is this the demon clown lady? But it looks cool. It is cool, certainly. You'll definitely hear me complain about it a lot, but it's just because I love it and I would ideally retroactively like it to have done better at some things. But don't get it twisted. I absolutely love this thing. It's so interesting and so interesting to talk about. Kids play a game and then some minor inconveniences happen. Exactly. That's all that Homestuck is. You kind of need to take Act 6 in its stride. I don't like talking about Act 6 as this broadly. I understand why people do, but yeah. Yeah, it's fine. Prototyping an underling would require a stupid amount of coincidences that would allow you to find a way back to Earth, bringing an underling with you, and then do it while a kernel sprite is available. Technically, Jade could have done it, considering the mounted heads in the freaking fireplace room, right? Hang on, let me look it up. B1 Black Queen, we hardly know ye. Exactly. Too many cool characters, too little time for all of these cool characters. That's my main gripe with the whole comic. Nice Jade here. Okay, he then... yeah, watermark in the sky. Hey, I see you there! Get down from there right now, wise guy! John hallucinating. Oh. And he passes out. Bye-bye, sweet dreams. Okay. Open bound 2 again. Won't be reading everything, cause we don't need to. But this is where we meet Kronos, and oh boy, Kronos.
Oh, for fuck. That guy.
Yeah. Okay. Actually, so before we move on to Kronos, I also want to say, I absolutely understand if you are mad at people that treat Kankri as like a better character, a better person than he was portrayed to be in the comic. But I can't help but have a lot of respect for mean Kree shippers. Okay, that's all. That's all I'm gonna say. Hello, a-hole.
Get this fucking Harry Potter look like out of my face right now, I swear.
The white boy. Okay, I think characters growing up is something most people are familiar with. That's why I said I can understand people's frustration. Yeah. Oh, Chahut. She isn't from Homestuck itself. She's from a related game. She's from Hive Swap Friendsim and then Hive Swap Act 2. We will play those on the channel later on. But yes, a lot of people like her. A lot of people think she's interesting. I don't know much about her yet, because I mean I haven't played the game, but yeah. Hate You is so good. It is a really good song. I adore the music in Open Bound, absolutely. A lot of people have trauma considering it, but honestly I don't. Azur has definitely told me that. Oh no! Hate You? No, I'm gonna pass out. Yeah, Kronos, he definitely deserves that name. What does that mean? Still amazed by Toby's songs made for Homestuck. Seeing him use actual instruments is just This isn't by... Oh wait, this is by Toby. I completely forgot then. Wow, crazy. By the way, if you haven't ever heard the actual version of the song, because this is actually just a small loop. What you experience in Open Bound 2 is a really small loop of Hate You. So if you ever feel inclined to, feel free to check out like the full song. It's actually really good. Like there is like a really good part of the song that you just don't get to hear in Open Bound 2. So go look it up after the stream. So Kronos used to be in even more of a Harry Potter-ish than just having a scar on the forehead. He used to be an actual magician, however a certain somebody led him astray. He was meant to defeat the Lord of all Angels as Bard of Hope, much like how Eridan was, but again, that someone led him astray, and I'm convinced that someone to be Kurlos, aka Carlos. I don't remember any of that, I'm gonna be honest. I'm assuming that's from Aranea's exposition stand, I'm assuming? But yeah, I don't remember any of that. Again, we'll have to re-experience Open Bound at some point. Globs, what? Okay. So... Kronos is... Okay, first of all, obviously, really bad person, right? Obviously, considering his interaction with Mituna especially. Like, get the hell away from that guy. But second, it's... Like, okay, here's the thing. there are a lot of people that ship Kronos with Kankari specifically. Like there is so much of that on the internet, and I will admit I understand because of their freaking interaction here later on, and then in Openbound 3, but it's just really funny to me.
Is it because they would annoy each other so much?
No, they have a genuine positive interaction later on in the way that Kronos enables Kankari, like, negatively, unfortunately. Meanwhile, most of the ship arts that I've seen portrays them in a way more positive light, which, like, again, I'm not gonna, like, discredit or anything, but it is interesting. Can somebody tell me about why people do that? Because I'm genuinely curious. This is not like ridicule or anything. I am genuinely curious.
Why people do what?
Why people portray him in a more positive light, considering that I don't actually see too much things that you could be fixed with the man, unlike Kankari. At least for me, that's my own perspective. So you know.
That's a good question.
That's just my own personal perspective. I don't want to invalidate anybody else here. I want to make absolutely clear of that. Like, his songs for HS are just so different compared to what he's known for. As someone put it, melodies in Undertale are relatively simple, his other works not so much. I could see it that way, yeah. I think the first time I heard Undertale music, I was so amazed by how it sounded that I didn't realize how, you know, geniusly simple they were, right? But I will say, after re-listening, you can definitely tell that, like, the level of complexity in terms of the music between Undertale and Deltarune is different. Courtesy of Best Girl, oh. But yeah, especially after seeing how Kurlos is a blatant LE acolyte, it's not hard to connect the dots. I wish we would know more about Kurlos and how he, like, became that way. Because, like, was he that way when he was still alive? I don't know. I would like to know. Does Mulin in any way consent? We know that they are genuine, like, Mulin considers Kurlos like a genuine friend, aside from the, like, skeleton-y freaking mind control thing that he does. Or, well, like, I don't know, LE Mindscape? I don't know. It's weird. I would like to know more about Kurlos and Mulin, and maybe there is more in the exposition stand, but honestly I don't remember. So again, we'll have to reread this at some point. Not saying I won't. But yeah. I don't have much to say about Kronos. He's just a bitch. And Everden is like is already a dark reflection of himself. Kronos is like the darkest reflection of Everden there could be. I don't know if that's a fair way to say it, but I guess that's what I said just now. Okay, let's move on. The problem with Kronos is that his awful persona that makes fun of nice guys is so overwhelming that his backstory is completely forgotten, even more than the others. I think, yeah, see, that's the thing. I don't remember anything from the exposition stand. I don't remember anything. That I can absolutely see the link between Homestuck and Undertale/Deltarune. Well, obviously. But I'm sure you meant something more specific there. But yeah, I don't remember now. I think I can answer that too once we get to him. Okay, thank you, Doc. Thank you, Dancester Expert. I'm very thankful for your presence here. I remember reading a fic that features Kronos and it made me think he was just some goofy guy, then the Mituna conversation happened. Yeah. So frickin' Seahorse Dad. Diamond Key. Who is this? I'm assuming this is here because of Lord English's memories and this is Damara. This is supposed to be Damara. Or maybe no, maybe this is just some random grab that is just like random grab. Just random person there from somebody's memory. I don't know. I mean, probably. The horns don't really fit Damara's, even as a kid, so yeah. Or as a grub. Oh, this part! Remember when I freaked out? That's funny. Could it be? It is! It's Problem Snuff, Ace, Richard, and Pickle Inspector in their original Prospetian attire. You knew it. You knew you would find them eventually. It's so great to meet. Wait, this is not Problems of Ace, Richard, and Pickle Inspector. These are just some random Prospetians who are similarly proportioned. Proportioned Prospetians. You're beginning to think you'll never run into them. Wow. So sad. So sad. I cry. I cry a real tear. Okay, Mituna.
Can we do a problem suit stream too as well?
I briefly talked about it already, actually. Hi. So, is that sound effect like from another game? Because I'm pretty sure that's like just an Undertale sound effect too.
I think it is, yeah.
Gotta give Mina some credit around here.
Might be from Earthbound at this point.
Also gotta give Mina some credit around here. Standing up for Mituna against Kronos was very nice of her. Yeah, absolutely. That her actually like doing something there felt very nice. Which that whole thing also made me really disappointed in Kankri. I'm honored you think of me as that, but I think Ice fits that role better. Lamau. No, I mean you both are the ancestor people, and I thank you all. Thank you both for that. Absolutely. That's just a grab. The horns that look like anyone's we know. Yeah, it's a gang. Also, it's Problem Stuff is totally a Prospitian, and his title is Prospitian Soldier. You think so? Okay. I don't. That's. I don't know if Soldier. But I do like to think that they're somewhere on Prospit. A version of them. Oh, man. This guy. General Mituna 2.0 in chat, can you say stuff about this guy? Because I don't actually have like, I don't know how to start talking about him. He is... I like him because... I don't even know what to say. See, this is what I'm talking about. I don't know what to say about Mituna. I know I like him, but like...
Yeah, it's kind of hard to talk about him.
For me, at least. I don't know.
Like, he's good, but you can't explain why you like him.
Yeah, I personally can't, at least. I'm sure there are people who can make essays about Mituna too. I like the relationship with Latula there, just that it's like a genuine relationship with like no strings attached, at least from what we see. I think that's nice. I don't know. Shout out to the freaking Mituna and Latula Yuri account on Twitter. So Mituna is so interesting. Supposedly he sacrificed himself to save That's right, I remember that. To save everybody, but lost his sanity as a result, because as the heir of Doom, he inherited the Doom for himself and paid the price. See, despite despite him being like, oh, he's in like, because he doomed himself, right? The fact that he can be happy with another person, that's just so nice still. I don't know. There's obviously some bullying going on here, which is incredibly unfortunate, like amongst the ancestors, especially when it comes to, well, Kronos. That's more than bullying. Whatever, you know what I mean. That is way more than just bullying. But it's just nice that despite him having that role, that mythological role, he's able to have genuine happiness still too. You know, even here in death, even when a lot of people are pretty apathetic about their general situation. But we never know what that sacrifice was, like, nor what the danger requiring said sacrifice was. I personally have always interpreted as him straining his psychic abilities, similar to how Solux did, except that he didn't, you know, off himself with them, well, like Solux did. He just, you know, his think pan paid the price. Guys, it's me, the real Mituna Homestuck on screen. Oh yeah, and like I like these drawings, yeah, too. They're very nice. They're very good. I really love Mituna. You're my third favorite ancestor. That's cool. Are pretty depressing all in all, aren't they? Yeah. I'm thinking about Stavros. Now you all know why Mituna is my goat. Yeah, actually, why is he? I would love to actually hear from you about that. I don't think I actually know. Hello. Okay, let's go to the floaty place. Even in death, just like the song, true. This is, yeah, Mulin. Hi, Kurlas. Okay, We're talking about Kurlos, we're talking about Kurlos. Kurlos is cool as a character. Obviously, there's a lot of issues that someone could have with him, considering that he is like an honest-to-God Lord English supporter, right? Which I've always thought, like, okay, does this guy know the full extent of what he does? Obviously, they refer to him as the Angel of Double Death, so there is that, right? But is there something more going on there? Was there, like, any interaction with Doc Scratch, maybe? Because we know that he can talk with people across universes. If it's a good, like, if he knows about them, like, that kind of stuff. I want to know about that his whole relation with Lord English, specifically. And I guess, Doc... Sorry that I'm relying so much on you here, because like when it comes to the ancestors, but can you tell me a little more about Kurlos, maybe? Sorry. Other than that, I mean, his design is really fun. I like the sign language thing. This too. And I also think that his whole relation with Mullen is interesting, considering that yes, there is the manipulation going on, considering there is like actual magical manipulation going on, but also at the same time, like they are like friends outside of that too. Okay, hold on. Let's talk about like Kurlos still before then. I'm seeing some messages here. A popular headcanon at the time was that Mituna strained his mind trying to keep Kurlos from doing the fast honk. Oh, really? Popular headcanon at the time. That's really interesting that you mentioned that specifically. Huh. Interesting. Me when I'm forcing me to take like a minute to read a single sentence competition, in my opinion, it is Mituna's quirk. Oh, it's okay. I like Mituna because he's hilarious and so over the top, but also the aforementioned sacrifice. Carlos time. So, Kurlos was in a mate spirit ship with Mullen. However, at one point he had a nightmare so horrible that made him scream so loudly it made her go deaf. That's right, I forgot about that. Or, isn't it like not just like straight up deaf? Isn't it like hard of hearing? Like really, really hard of hearing? Because she can still hear like Mina at some point. I don't know the proper terminology. Can somebody that's like really, really, really hard of hearing also be called deaf? Honestly, that's just me not being educated on the topic, so sorry about that. Mituna is my goat because you would think he's just another joke character, but when you bring him up to Aranea, he's actually has way more depth to him. That's why I like him personally. Yeah, where he has like all of this past going on. Yeah. The dream absolutely had something to do with LE. As the Prince of Rage, he saw the truth, and now he's actively spreading the distraction that comes with it by aiding Gamzee and all that. That's also interesting. So, do you think that this dream was like not a regular dream? Do you think that it was just like a dream bubble projection that he was not aware of or something? Because like, considering the time relativity thing, he could absolutely see Lord English's like actual distraction and stuff if he did that, you know. So do you think it was like an actual projection into the furthest ring, like with with the dream self being gone and stuff? I already said it, but I think this guy's design perfectly shows what the ancestors were not made with alive eyes in mind, like to come and look at him. Yeah, I understand that. The truth about LE, that is. So he saw that Kronos was destined to defeat the Lord of Angels, LE. Oh, is that what you said? So he went on to lead him astray and avoid that from happening. Was it really destiny though if it didn't happen? Like... Apparently Mullen can read lips, which is how she can understand what Mina is saying. Oh, that's right, I completely forgot about that. Because some people, the deaf people do just learn to read lips really well, which some people like doing that. Some people are just really uncomfortable with that. I've also heard. I've heard that there is like a variety of experiences when it comes to that. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Some deaf people also learn to actually speak without them hearing what they are saying themselves. And I also know that there is some there are some deaf people that are also uncomfortable with that. Though I might be simplifying the topic way more. Again, don't know too much about it. I've just heard like very vague things. So yeah, excuse me for not being educated.
You're excused for today.
Sure. Aranea never says it's Kurlos, but it's pretty apparent to me. I think that what's happening here is already happening, and he's just making sure LE actually arrives. It's complicated. Paradox space is very weird when it comes to predetermination, but what we see is Kurlos actively helping Gamzee by giving him the codpiece, which he will use in his fake god tier outfit, and then will later go on and do all of the other stuff. Yeah. Sup, Mew? Mulin is cool.
Of course she is. Come on.
I don't remember what Aranea says about her, right? Or her past, but I don't know, she's just fun, you know? I know a lot of people think of her as annoying, but like how? Like literally how? She's so, like, okay, how do I talk about her? The gifts thing is really funny. I like it. But also just, I don't know, what do I say about her? What do I say about Mulin? I just like her. What else do I say? Ice might disagree with me on this, but I think Kurlos is fully aware of what he's doing, including mind controlling Mulin. I see. There definitely is enough of that where if you don't want to believe that's what's happening, you have space to not believe that, and if you want to believe that, then you have that. It feels like that to me. I don't know. Kurlos is basically Gamzee if he was cool. Come on! Don't do my boy Gamzee like that. Well, I don't know, she's entertaining, she's fun, and other than that, I don't know what else. I like how she talks. Hi. Marcel in Adventure Time appearance.
Yeah.
Mulin doesn't have much, honestly, aside from the aforementioned relationship with Kurlos, but as the Mage of Heart, it is fitting that she suffered due to our relationship. Also, yes, Craft being deaf doesn't necessarily mean being completely unable to hear noises. I see. Okay, so thank you for telling me that. Because I was under the impression that deaf immediately means that you can't hear anything, and hard of hearing is like a spectrum of, you know, how hard of hearing you are. So thank you for telling me that deaf can also mean that, yeah.
Yeah, no, deaf isn't necessarily nothing at all.
Okay, thank you. Didn't know how the terminology applied. Also, yeah, the fact that she's also shipper. The fact that the only interactions with the interaction between the Mulin and the PETA we get is them screaming "ee" at each other is a crime. I mean, that's great, right? But still.
Yeah.
It's a little sad there.
What if you got like 900 pages of Mulin and Nepeta talking, actually?
I'd cry. Happiness.
Wow. Wow. Wow, it's Doctor Who. No.
Give codpiece? Aw. You're too poor for that.
Nah, she's seen some stuff.
Uh-oh.
Stinky. Ah, right, this.
Mm-hmm.
This scared
yeah,
me
the
when
whole point of the thing.
This scared me when I first saw it. But also, Purple Bard, amazing song. Aram now mentions how ironic how it is for a hard player to have such a troubled relationship, much like Nepeta, but both fall in line with their classes. Did it just say the codpiece was invite? I forgot that, I didn't read it. Can't believe it's Doctor Who from Doctor Who, exactly. Yeah, there it is. Man. Here I feel bad for Mulin, yeah. Yeah. And I don't really know what to think about Kurlos when it comes to that, though. Oh, there it is here. You meet with Gamzort. Oh.
Gamzung.
Here is this, which is a dream projection of the crowbar, which turns into the real crowbar eventually.
Sure.
Okay, hi.
Yeah.
Man, this guy. The fact that here he was still like threatening and stuff and then just kind of was made into a joke, that's also really sad. Considering everything. Okay, where the hell is the frickin'... Because this is the spade key. There was another one somewhere here. Ah, the chest set. Blah. Where's this frickin' heart key? It's somewhere around here. I wanna actually get to the part where... Is it here? Yep, it's just here. Okay, whatever. Arana mentions how Kurlos is so mysterious and how she's not a fan of the guy, and yeah, I don't blame her at all. Okay. Yeah, there's the other chest. Okay, there we go. Now we have all the keys. I don't want to do the interaction with Kronos, okay? Excuse me for that. Just gonna move on. Where's the door? Down here. I can't believe this character from IP. Yeah, exactly. Hi, Crab Dad. Forgot this. He had a rendition in here. Okay, again, interaction with Karkat here. It's man. Obviously, the whole thing of like, oh, they get recruited to my army. It's not really something that Karkat should be doing, considering everything. But he's like in such a desperate spot that the only person that he feels like connected to at all at this point is this random person, and like, oh yeah, sure, I'll join your army. The fact that he's like genuinely considering it to do is just also really sad. The fact that just his whole thing with all the other people on the meteor is that screwed up. That's sad, man. That's sad about Karkat here, with this part of the comic. But also, I was happy that he was like at all happy about any interaction here happening around, like with this person. Like, finally something for him, you know. Okay, well, you go out of here. Oh man, Crab Waltz. So weird how so many songs just didn't get album releases. Like the fact that there was such a long time without any albums. Why? Literally why? The interaction with Kronos is just so we get to hear Violet Prince, which really, that's Eridan's theme. Why they have used Violet Mariner? Okay. Her Karkat says how Alternia was cool and he respected it despite being awful. Which why? I think that's the thing, right? Because this is, despite obviously him being a person that would like, if he was just, you know, openly, hey, I am an adult troll, look at my blood and look at my sign. Obviously, he would be like absolutely destroyed, right? And that's kind of the thing, right? He is hoping that if he conforms to everything that the Condes, you know, wants from Troll Society, then maybe he would be left alone, right? And maybe it's also a thing of, despite him being like, because I don't know, it's more complicated than him just respecting that. I think there is more happening at the back of his mind. Like, I do think that he finds Threshicutioners as just like a position cool, but at the same time that whole thing, yeah, I do believe that it's more so like, hey, what if I just conform, then they sure, like, I hope they will like not come for me, which is just Karkat. If someone ironically worshipped Satan and then it's all but proven that Satan and as Christians see him as exists and they still worship him, I would have some questions. Yeah. Though currently, I'm pretty sure I'll like the vast, but I mean, okay, it would be really hard to find a modern day Satanist that actually, you know, worships Satan in the way of, hey, I want the evil to come to the world and stuff, you know, in that way. It would be really hard to find a person that does that in the modern day. But yeah, I know we're talking about Ellie here. Is the Terezi Convo coming up here? Or is it just the next segment? I can't recall. It's here. I don't think I have much to say here other than Karezi forever and ever. No, exactly, they have... Okay. this was also something that I was saying at the time, right? The fact that Karkat just sees Terezi is upset and does manage to put away every single thing, like relationship drama thing that was going on before, to try to get to her, you know, try to like emotionally. I think that is just so nice, and again shows how much he cares for his friends. It's Karkat, you're such a cool character. But yeah. Just leave me alone. Yeah, he doesn't want to, he wants to help. Did he do something douchey again? Oh. Yeah, this is after Aranea fix her blindness, right? I'm pretty sure. That's what this is. It's man. Just seeing Terezi like this. This interaction was just really nice to read in general, because it was like, these characters get to have this again, right? And this is also what I was talking about with the whole thing of storylines just being abandoned because of retcon. Like, again, I understand retcon, I understand why it happened, right? However, this here could have led to their whole like relation being patched up, and us seeing them patch it up. That could have been interesting to read about. We didn't really get to see that because like retcon, yeah. And also just in general, very little scenes actually happening on the meteor, but yeah. Sad but sad. What can you do? However, Karkat not being able to smell is a disability. Thank you very much. Yeah, okay, yeah. This Karkat and Terezi conversation is perhaps the best thing to come out of Openbound. I'll say I understand that perspective. I don't know if what would be my favorite part of Openbound, but yeah, that's understandable at least. Okay, but really, somebody once mentioned that at this point Terezi already had her eyes healed and we just don't see it because of the hood. And I need to stress the fact that it was Terezi herself who came back to Aranea to get her vision back. That'll be important for later. No, yeah, I remember that, yes. It was kind of a desperation thing. I don't remember now exactly, but it was, there are some issues going on there with that. Yeah, thank you, Karkat. Hehe, oh, got her to laugh a little. Talking about Kankri, yeah. Oh, look at this. Oh, look at this. See, this is what I'm talking about. They could have patched it up so naturally. Oh, well. Oh goddammit, okay. Let's close conversation. Also this monster. Who's that? Is that like one of the chess people? Chess monsters? And the fact that, you know, we switch character here and then we go into their room, that's so cool. The transition there. Hi. What were you doing in my hive? Looking for him now too. No. See, she wanted to talk to him again, but she just like, did like, I love them so much. True about Karezi forever, but as well, their friendship is also just really nice. Okay, this is where we get the exposition stand, and yeah, end of the game. Okay. Rufio. Okay. I think we're doing good progress, even if this will end up being like all of the stream, this intermission. In general, I'm satisfied with what we've talked about so far, at least. I think.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I mean, I don't really mind if we just do this intermission, because there was a lot to say, really. There's always a lot to say.
Playing Solar Voyage from Volume 10. Terezi Depression arc. Your Karkat finds her drunk on the floor. She says that she came back to Aranea and then regretted it. Was it ever brought up what the reason was her skin? If not, well, her eyes are probably healed here, and that's what's actually getting her down. Yeah. Oh yeah, Arana here mentioned how she had to drag the exposition booth all the way from below the tree lamau. It's nice. Jack, my beloved, but also not really. It's complicated, exactly. This is the guy you are now being, peak writing. Exactly. See, we do get a POV for Jack in I3 here, which is cool. But we should have gotten more of that for other characters, grr. Because this is also just like, yes, we're catching up with Jack, and that's awesome! And I like that we're catching up with Jack, but the fact that after this his character isn't treated seriously again is just, meh. Whatever. We've talked about it already. Not much else to say. Yeah. His massacre. This in general is such a cool sequence, because like, look, like the on one hand here are the platforms in the sky from after everything got broken by the big explosion when he got confronted by Rose, but on the other hand here is the storm that's being brought on by Rose at the same time here. It's just like the different points in time merging and stuff. It's the coolest thing, dude. And it's getting to see more of the castles. Oh yeah, that's what you did, man.
This is really cool.
Yeah, it is really cool.
It's him going back for the castle.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and this I actually remember how he when you like go back through there, he tears up all of them except for Jade's symbol. That's also really interesting. Well, the stuff with the prophecy. Peak panel, dude. I think many people will agree. And this is Rose being dead already here. Dad and Mom and John and Rose. This is so cool. Yes, this is the John confrontation. I think it is. Finally, we get John give some retribution for Dad's murder. Yeah, I think that's also the thing with it, right? Where it's really cool that we get to see that, but at the same time, I feel like there never is enough gravitas put on him, like, you know, witnessing that, John witnessing that, really. Obviously, there's some part of it is him just kind of not wanting to focus his mind on it, but the fact that, again, we didn't really get that kind of scene, which, blah, but it would have been there. This, yeah. So cool, man. Such cool art in this. You got a Pop-O-Matic Vrilihu hammer. Ah. Yeah, and this is the actual John waking up into the dream. Just ask his corpse. Ha! That's my hammer. You know, this is a dream projection of it, and I could pull out my actual one.
Yeah.
Oh, so cool. Okay, actually, you know what? We need to play a different song for this. You Killed My Father, Prepare to Die from Volume 10 also.
Oh.
Sadly, too little, too late. Murderer. Where's Sprite Mode Jack? I said that under the Collide stream, Jack's perfect punishment should have been a brutal and bloody beating from Rose and John especially. Perhaps. Again, why the hell did he survive? Spade Slick was right there! I will never get over this. Never. Do you understand me, PTS?
Yeah, I got you.
Jack actually struggling against an opponent his fight. I think this is also him just being exhausted from just flying in one direction for so long, you know? Shing! Also the parallel with Vriska here, that's just also so cool. Hey, that's not the size of the actual thing. God, I'm just like pausing here because this is
so windy.
Yes, but Homestuck's battle black in the background. Homestuck's battle visuals are always so cool. Again, why do we only really get to see them battle like a few times in Act 6? It's like, you give them all of these cool abilities and weapons, why are we seeing it so like unfrequently? Oh. But yeah, it's
Clubber.
This scene is cool. Ah, tentacles. I do like how that comes up, how he can just kind of spawn them. And
This is so cool.
Yeah. Yeah! Okay, he's confused. Hi, Rose. They're supposed to be dead, what is happening? Bye. Bong. And I love that it actually rolls here. See, this, when I saw this also made me think like, okay, what if John rolled all 8s and he did like... He did an ancestral awakening of his own. Would he turn into Nana? like Vriska turns into Mindfang. That would be very funny, I think. Like, okay, would he turn into Nana or Dad? Because like that, he isn't biologically related to Dad.
What about Jake?
What about Jake? I don't. Well,
Vriska isn't genetically.
Yes, she is.
Is she genetically related to Mindfang? I don't
yes, there
remember her
was.
being.
Karkat that did ectobiology, and he did 2 sets of 12 trolls. Yes, they are genetically related. That's the whole thing. They are ancestors, the ancestors, and the ancestors and freaking yeah. they are the ancestors and descendants at the same time, like both of them mutually. They are genetically related. I love this song. Okay, but if Jack was at his prime like he used to be, John would have lost again. I already explained how Vriska at her strongest stood no chance. No, yeah, absolutely. Again, this is him being exhausted, I truly believe. Yeah, I like this silly hat. Ridiculous hat! Oh no, what is this roll? This is 6, 6, 5, 2, 7, 3, 1, 4. I don't know why I counted those, but fine. It's fine. Yay! I love this man. Oh, look at him. Got a little bit of a smile there after the trouble. The fact that he meets with PM here, God, so cool. But like not much there because obviously they go away after. He's so weirded out. Why is there Jack? But he's like Prospitian. What the hell? With the hat, he eventually loses it later. But yeah, no, here. That's so funny. I love how when this GIF gets remade. I like it a lot. Oh yeah, and this. Not the end yet. Not the end. Psych.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, back to John. It's so really funny because this is like a whole flash and like you wouldn't really think that was, yeah, because this is like a whole flash. It just doesn't have music. Oh yeah, and transition into Tavros's land.
Oh, I love this panel.
Yeah, it's really good. The like different light there, seeing that remnant of the past, man. I'll say Homestuck still does recalling past events really well. Well, like you feel nostalgia to a past event in the comic, even if you haven't even if you've like only experienced it very recently, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It does that really well, I think. Well, weird moody horse crap. Shut up, weird moody horse crap. I don't care. Okay.
Weird moody horse crap is so cool.
Okay. Hi, Tavros. The ring. I'll say again, I am really confused at how Tavros acts here. Why he's suddenly so attached to the idea of Vriska being his mate spirit. I don't understand how we got here. Nobody ever explained it to me either. So, can somebody maybe, if they do? I don't know. I think symbolically that would make more sense, plus it's probably at least shaped by the user's character a little bit, instead of just an objective look at their history. Oh wait, hold on. I think I missed some messages here. Yeah. Wasn't composite John armed. Symbolically that would make more sense. Oh, as in the ancestral awakening thing, right? Okay, sorry. Oh no, not the hat. The thing that started this whole mess in the first place, not really though, but shh. John could have probably beaten Jack here if BPM didn't interrupt the fight. Like, completely, I don't think so. I think he could recover even from a defeat in this situation. It's the ring part. Again, once again, Tavros' mouth simply flipped upside down, so it looks like his fangs are now facing upwards instead of downwards. I really like that, actually. I've drawn him with those kinds of fangs before. I think that looks good on him. Okay, let's play Bronze Rebel. God damn it, another ad. Shut up, Amazon. Go away. Okay, I don't have much to say here, actually. I think it's really cool that at this point we get to see Vriska actually, develop that plan. I don't know where the hell the freaking maps came from, though. The interactions between John and Tavros are still a bit of confusing, and I don't really know what to think about them still, but yeah. This is cool, though. Especially since back here already I interpreted this as, hey, so the reason why all of this can be on a map in the first place is because the Lord English cracking the furthest ring is like disabling the whole time relativity thing in that general area, and I thought, in the fact that got confirmed later, I'm just still super proud of that. I will never live that down. I think it was implied Tavros had some weird flip-floppy red and black feelings for Vriska in the quadrant exposition section when she kissed him. He had something going on there, but it's still so confusing that in his right mind he would go for actually pursuing that, Especially here. It's just weird, I understand a business relationship here, right? But that I don't understand. Yeah, I really don't. How this came to be, I don't. And nobody's really giving me an answer here in chat, so I'm assuming none of you really have that much of an answer either. Bronze Rebel, big fan. In Act 5, Act 1, by the way. No, yeah, I know. How did Vriska learn all of this? She didn't spend that much time in the bubbles like Aranea has. Yeah. It's weird, man. I don't know. I don't have much to say about that properly. Well, cool. Okay. We are on our open bound 3. We are doing this pretty quickly. Quicker than I expected. I'm proud of myself.
That's good.
Hi, Rufio. Actually, can I take a minute to refill my water and take a breather, because I'm tired from all the yapping. I'm sorry. so be for a sec.
You burned it. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Y'all can yap about whatever has came up to mind about all of this. Go ahead. I mean, y'all could before already, but I know it's just really hard to interrupt me when I'm just in the middle of this.
You know what? Maybe I could announce to Rox that it's the Maritime, and let me see. Maybe there's a chance she can still come.
It really is weird. There's only 11 ancestors, right? That's so strange.
Would you laugh at me if I told you I never thought about that until now? You kind of just shattered my world here. What? Why is there not 12? I never counted up to 12.
Always weird that there's only there's that. Where's Eridan's ancestor? Where did he go? It's strange how he never appeared in the comic at all. It's weird, isn't it?
Right. Why? The fact that I never noticed that he was missing says a lot, I think. But also, yeah, where is he? Do you guys in the chat have any idea? Also, yeah, that It's true, isn't it, Rhombus? I wonder why. I wonder if there's like any intent behind that, or if it's just pure casual. Well, yeah, we do know that dog, but just why isn't he here? What happened? Yeah, well, yeah, that's true. So he just didn't play Splurb? Why? Oh. Well, yeah, that is pretty interesting. I'll look into that. I will look into that. Well, yeah, the ancestors. These guys right here.
Hello. What have you been talking about? Hello?
Yeah, we were just talking about how weird it was. There's only 11 ancestors, and that Aaron's ancestors missing for some reason. It's really weird.
Yeah, that is really weird. 100.
And she kind of shattered my word of that one because I never realized until she said so 3 minutes ago.
Okay. Funny how the ancestors designs get fancier the lower their cast is. Think so? Okay. 108 stars of the density is such a vibe too. Yeah. Ice is missing out on some real quality Damara screen time. Sad. Well, not yet. Right now we're on the character that she doesn't like. Sup, Nitram? Okay, Rufio. I could say some stuff about Rufio. I do remember some things about his past, which are interesting. The whole him being in a relationship with okay, now I don't remember, right? Because there are other people who are involved in that and how that got ruined. Now I don't remember those details, but he's interesting in the way that, you know, his inspirations mainly to me, because, you know, the whole Dante Basco thing, the whole actual Rufio thing, the whole thing of him talking like Dante Basco on the internet, the whole thing of him being voiced by Dante Basco on Vox's Let's Read the Homestuck. All of that is like that's like so many fun facts crammed into one, where even if his character is a bit of an a-hole, you know, it's just really funny to talk about him in that way. But I do now realize that a lot of people see him as, like, you know, at fault for some things, and I can't blame them, especially considering that I don't actually remember what happened for the most part with his past, because again, you need to reread this part of the comic properly. Right now I'm just talking about general impressions and what I remember, because that's what we're here to do. Oh yeah, Rufio, I don't remember too much other than his wings are a mutation that ended up helping him during his post-Scratch life, but overall, he gives me weird vibes, calling everybody doll. Well, that's kind of... yeah. That part is definitely weird, but that's also inspired by Dante Basco himself. He's also the only one who actually understands the Mara's speech, yeah. Well, you know, they were in a relationship, he would learn. Especially since they meet at, like, the whole, like, frickin' troll weeb thing. Yeah. This frickin' guy. I don't have much else to say about him. I know that Ice would have so much more to say about him, and I know that it would be super interesting to read about, but I just don't have that in my brain. My brain does not have this information. I hope to see that maybe. I mean, no pressure, Ice, if you're watching this, but I hope to see that maybe in a comment. I don't know. His horn gets covered by the text. Yeah, it's freaking...
I told her it's the maritime.
Yeah, I know. You said you would. Whole cheating on the Mara, yikes, right. It was a cheating thing, yes. And then we are supposed to feel bad for him because he can't break up with Horus. Yeah, it's a whole situation. I'll say, looking at the relationship is a little uncomfortable, considering it really doesn't seem like they have too much in common, question mark? But yeah. I also... The fact that Horus and Mulan are apparently in a Moira allegiance because of Nepeta and Equius is... I can't see that happening. Like, what do you mean Horus and Mulan? I don't see that. I don't. I mean, maybe you could also say that for Nepeta and Equius if you didn't know they were more rails, but just, I don't know. He's also... we also had a group called the Lost Weeaboos. Yeah, I know, I remember that. Brother, you had no trouble cheating on Demara, but breaking up with Horus? Oh no, that's a Herculean task right there. Yeah, I know, I understand that. I guess there is a lot of people that just find him hot, which sure. I won't shame that,
him?
I guess. Yeah.
No.
There are people who find him hot, come on now. I mean, there's people that find everybody hot. There are people who have the hots for Kronos.
Cool. I think Rufio's cool.
Okay. I didn't remember Kankri popped in there. What's up here? Oh, this is the place where you find the... Hi.
No.
No. Literally... Yeah, I think... No. That's the frickin' bad chest. Horus. The thing I can say about this guy is I really liked his design. And that's pretty much it. He is like... Okay. In terms of characters, that...
He is just horses.
Well, yeah, he is horses, but... And this might be my faulty memory. I don't remember there being too much interesting about him. He is like one of the few Homestuck characters
No,
that
he is just horses.
He is like one of the few Homestuck characters where I can't say that I like him necessarily. I like his design a lot because I like the goggles thing, I like his headgear, but other than that, I really don't have much else to say about this man. He just feels like a less entertaining egoist to me, you know? Is that...
He talks about horses, that's all he does, it's fine. You don't have to remember him.
Is that bad? I don't hope that's not bad. I know there are people who really like him and that's fair, but like... I'm sorry. That's
The only joke I like about him is that his quirk with the, you know...
No, I don't, you know?
The 8 equals D.
Yes.
I think that's pretty funny, but that's about it for me.
To be kind of fair, Horace always keeps avoiding the topic about breaking up, yeah. Rufio has trouble actually getting to the point, though. Yeah, he should just say it. Yeah, that too, because if we see that in their interaction. I do remember that part. Okay, honestly, I like Horace much like Mituna. He's hilarious. I see. Okay, He had some funny moments, but I can't help but I don't find it like see too much to care about when it comes to his character. Which again, one of the few Homestuck characters where I will say that for. I'm sorry, I don't have many feelings for this guy, and I guess that's kind of it for me commenting on him. You know, is that okay, chat? Have I disappointed you? Okay, just move on here. But I think it's really interesting how the Page of Void starts off full of knowledge. Oh yeah, right. That's that part there. Because okay, here's the thing, right? Again, I don't remember many of the class aspects of the Ancestors, but I did realize that there are. Okay, so you have to talk to Horus first, right? Okay, whatever. Let's just Mina around first. I don't have much in my brain about actually, like, you know, comparing them when it comes to the, you know, analyzing them when it comes to their aspects. Hello. Damara! There's a certain somebody who would be really useful right now. But, she is really interesting, considering like how she's been treated by the others, what we hear from Arane, especially later. Her whole... Okay. Yes, in general, poor Damara, man, absolutely. And man, other than that, I really don't know what to say, because ice! Yes! Here you are!
It worked!
It worked! Yes! We just started talking about Damara and I don't really know what word to start with. I probably could say some stuff, but I really don't know what to start with. There is definitely a lot you could dig into with what we know about her backstory. Absolutely, definitely, 100%. Especially with how with her ancestor, you know, us seeing her as a kid too, you know. Well, he or she isn't a kid, but there we see her as a kid. And how that relates to her character here, you know, what we see of her character, and what we are told about how she was before all of the complicated relationship stuff happened to her too. It's cool, you know. That whole aspect is super cool. Hi, by the way. Okay. I'd give my life to be at the ashtray of her cigarettes, I swear to God. Yeah, there we have it, hello.
Real.
Thank you, Paige.
Real.
Damara has been consistently getting screwed over in every universe iteration, be it getting bullied and cheated on, or just as a literal servant of the devil. Yup. And literally being groomed into that position. Yup. Yeah, I know I've been lurking while working on stuff. Oh, lol, okay. Good to know. Hi, Ice. Even the fandom treats her like dirt. They just focus on the lewd comments and the broken Japanese, forgetting how she's intentionally messing with everybody as another form of payback. Yeah. Exactly. And it's so cool to see her like genuinely interested in like interacting with the Meteor kids too. Which again, the fact that we see that, but literally no other interaction of her with the main cast at all, that is such a shame. Like, she messes around with all of her like actual peers here, but she wants to have like a genuine interaction with the others there on the Meteor. The fact that that happens, like, dude, why do we not get much more of that, huh? Sad, very sad. One of the most frustrating things, though, I'd say, is that we never actually hear the story from her POV. Yep. But it's all of the bias or uninformed sidelines. Yup. If you remember, she actually doesn't make as many remarks when talking to Rufio, because he actually understands her accent. Yep, that too. Her dooming the session of the Alpha Trolls was totally deserved. Most of them at least deserved it. I understand, I see it. Being cheated on was the least worst thing that happened to her. That too. And yeah, what Ice just said, her rampage was just a result of betrayal, bullying, and abuse. I don't blame her one bit. Because Hasi is so full of it. HS would have been a million times better if more Damara. Not only from the Damara girl POV, but because, like, yeah, no, I understand. There is a lot here there could be done, you know? Especially considering the whole, like, hindsight of her having, you know, experienced a full session, doomed it, right? And then suddenly, via the cosmos became irrelevant, right? Considering that she was in part responsible, it's like, I don't know. There could have been like some kind of conversation specifically about that involved her, you know? Because in general, obviously different circumstance, way different circumstance, but we've experienced like an alpha timeline session being doomed technically, right? Seeing some parallels at least would have been nice, or like her finding out more about it and us seeing her find out more about it, because I feel like she could have had some interesting insight, like, I think at least, I don't know. Blah. Is that okay that I'm saying this? Is it okay?
I think it's not okay actually.
Because I feel like literally everything I say that's negative about Homestuck is all like, hey, I wish the comic had this kind of thing, and it'd be like a bajillion pages longer. But what can I say if that's really my freaking wish? If that's really what I think, right? I always kind of feel bad for him for like expressing that so much. I always kind of feel bad.
I think you should not.
She got so much
I
build
think
up.
Homestuck would be better if Aurali and Pfeffery kissed and made out. That would be so much better.
Okay, but... okay. She got so much build up through her pre-scratch self and all we heard of her later on. But yet then we got almost nothing. All of the work she did was off screen. I really wish she'd have gotten a more satisfying or happier conclusion to her story. Again, coming back to something that was mentioned in chat before, with them being like, you know, the point being of them being stagnated at the end of their, like, how they were at the end of their session. I still think that that point, right, if that even is the point, it's not driven home well enough for it to be a satisfying theme around with these characters. Because you read about them, and if you like them, you want to see more of them. You don't really see that point unless you analyze is it later on, and at that point it's a little too late because you've already read the comic and you already wish that there was more. I don't know, is that a faulty perspective? I don't know. There is just like, I really think that the beta kit specifically could have been that factor that made, you know, some new things happen for these people. Pretty sure Arana even says how Damara used to be really sweet before the game. Yep, she does say that, I do remember that. But yeah, she's my second favorite Dancester. Her backstory has so much material and you just can't help but feel bad for her. At least I'm glad, again, there are fan adventures like BDTH that seem that seam will give her a proper conclusion and time to shine, as I know the Fan Adventures creator will also love Damara, yeah. BDTH is burning down the house, right, yeah. I've seen some like wired stuff from that on Twitter. Looks really quality. Everything I say negative about HSS is I wish the comic was so good. Thank you, Ice. Is it okay if I think it's so funny that Damara got bullied so bad she has to speak a good translate Japanese? I don't know, ask Ice. I will not be the judge of this. The comic was too short, glances at the length, only 8,000 pages. That is short when it comes to like long-running pieces of media. Halsey should have taken more breaks and more like clearing their mind from Homestuck so that they could have like a fresh perspective on it instead of just being like weirdly dismissive of some parts of it later on. Pretty sure the Japanese is just her normal way of talking. No, yeah, that's the thing, right? That's why I was confused about General Mituna's comment. She most likely understood some English and can talk it, but doesn't. You know, she seems to understand English. I don't know. Troll English, technically. Blah. She does speak English to the humans, actually, and she's actually rather nice to them because humans never did anything to her. Well, humans and Kanaya, you know. I'm pretty sure, at least. I might be misremembering. Hi, Venren. BDTH is burning down the house. Yeah, like I said. Yeah, I won't read that out loud, but yes. Not gonna say nothing. Okay. Thank you. Okay. At this point, we've said everything. Okay, we can't be Damara. But yeah, I think it's funny how you can just ask every single troll here to join. Okay. We need to be Horus. Actually, wait, we can't be Horus? Why? Do we have to? Oh wait, no, right. We have to hatch Horsaroni first. I do want to get to the later points. Why do these look like Dragon Balls? We do need to get to the later points of this because I want to look at the meteor. So yeah. Okay, there we go. There's the horse. Can you take Horsaroni to Horus? There we go. Okay. Horse a pony? Okay, there we go. Good song, by the way. Again, another one that's like... This is Indigo Air, which was made for Equius, in Openbound was used for Horus, and then in Pester Quest was used for Equius again. This is the same case for Bronze Rebel. Okay. We need to talk, yeah, blah blah blah. It's... God, Horus. Oh, god damn it. Do we have to... Hold on. Okay, so what items do we have to grab here? Because I genuinely don't remember at this point. Yo, Jade's glasses. Oh, that's the Dutton glasses, actually. Shut up and get it out of my face. What do we do with this thing?
I think show it to Damara because... Oh.
Do you? I thought that you need to, like, do Damara last. Yeah, no. What's the progress here? Oh yeah. Get eggs, Fusion Plush, be Horus, get Lusus. Wait, get Lusus where? E. Oh, from that chest, okay, right. Okay, Sorgi, that's my bad. There we go. Dream projection of his Lusus, at least. Don't know how much they can interact with these guys. Okay, there we go. And now, Damara talkage. I wanna get to the keys, the meteor, so we just, yeah. I know that he just calls everybody doll, but calling the person he cheated on is the doll is a little weird. Still, he could restrain himself in that case. Okay. Okay. And we use Damara. I have no idea what I'm doing here. Okay, there we go. East before unscroll. Okay. Eavesdrop. Damara, do you mind? We're having a private conversation here. So... that's her specialty, just ignore her until she goes away? That's crazy. There's definitely something happened between them. Do we actually know any specifics? Because Doc touched on that a little before, but I'm not sure if there is much there properly. Okay. Finally, we're playing as someone actually good. Well, that time is over. Dog's right melody? I can see it. Guess we should wrap this up, okay? Also, you know what's a little infuriating is that the way the piercings on Porem are rendered is like completely different from how they are on Mina herself. Like, hold on, look at this. Oh, you can't see that here, but also this in general, very small interaction here between Kanaya and Porem, but the fact that she was so scared of meeting her, but then, you know, like had a genuinely very enjoyable conversation. That's just so nice in general, and I don't really know what else to say about that because obviously there is so little of it, but like. Man, so cool that she was like there was this little thing where oh she was scared and then everything was fine. Especially since again, to me Porem has always been one of them like more interesting like ancestors when it comes to reading their dialogue. Okay, whatever. Bam. Okay, now we're like yeah. Also, I love this song. Jade Sylph is fantastic. Okay, now we're on the meteor. So, like I said before, no matter what happens later, Dave and Rose's portrayals here especially are just so fun. I love them. So, not that much, and again, I don't have much to say here because I don't remember now, but I have to reread. I don't want to reread everything now because that's not what we're doing here. I'm giving general impressions and that's my general impression. Grr. It is just such a banger. Love this part, yeah. She is exhibiting her best behavior while on this tour. Working on my raps, yeah, real. Yeah, I'll turn in slam poetry, god. Why did you not tell me about this? I love it, man. Dave in general just... I know I've said this, but he's, especially in Act 6, he is a joy to to read his dialogue, because like, while we, I don't know, his development as a character and like just in general gradual change is like so tangible, it's so satisfying to read and also really entertaining, you know? Other than that, I don't really have much to say here. I guess in that case we will close conversation. And Rose. This is where Rose actually mentions the freaking concoctions, right? I'm pretty sure. Jade Self makes me think maybe Kanaya spent lots of time with Dave and became kinda more Dave-ish as a result. Both knights have that property, by the way, even though Karkat's overrides Dave's. Oh, right, Jade becoming more Karkatish, what do you mean? That would be funny, if that was like an intended thing. But, I mean, Jade Self obviously would make you think that, but probably not intentional, considering that... Actually, I don't know, hold on, let me look at... Let me look at the album. Where's the frickin... Wasn't there like a part of one of these documents that said like, oh, this was originally called this and meant to be this? Man, I don't know. Oh yeah, there it is. Hold on, Jade's Self would be 20. Yeah? Yes. So 20. No, Rainbow Drinker, just meant for Kanaya in general. Okay, I thought that it would be like a case of it was made for the contest, meant for a different character, and then became Kanaya, but no, yeah, it's still Kanaya. It makes sense. Okay. So I don't remember much from here, so I guess I don't have much to say like in general, but nice to see these two interact like in this iteration of them before stuff went to crap, you know? Just these two are really good, you know? Flashbang. Obviously you can like interact with them, and so I won't get back to Damara because that would take too long, I think. But again, I remember that Damara had like a really positive interaction with these two. I think that's really nice. Yeah, other than that, we're kind of finished with the game, huh? What do you think of that, Luna?
I think, well, it took about as much time as I thought it would.
Yeah, this Karkat sleeping, which is also depending on which character you come with here, which you can be like either one of the humans and also Damara or the squad we are with here. The circumstances here will be different. For somebody here it will be the Terezi, for somebody here it will be Gamzee, and he'll be like, ah, shh, don't tell anybody, don't say anything. That's like it's definitely something. Not much to say about that because I don't actually want to like, you know, use up my time on that too much, you know. Here we learn about Gamzee and Terezi's schisms too. Right, that is where this happened, you know. It is, man, such a shame that that happens to Terezi in general, right? After we got Karkat being at least a little, slightly a little more content with Terezi suddenly unhealthy relationship with Gamzee, plus getting her blindness healed, which she didn't want in the first place, but felt like she had to. Like, God. Such a shame. I do like that if you come here with Damara, you can ask Hasi about like the inspirations with the characters, though it's a little infuriating how simple some of them are. It's okay though. It's okay. Wait, where do you... where do you go after this? What? Oh, here, right. Right. And here you get the two weirdos. I'm pretty sure this bridge asset is not supposed to be... Those ropes don't look right. Actually, maybe it is? I'm not sure. Weird. Just some treasures. Okay. Let me look at the chat because I probably missed a lot of stuff. Okay, so we're talking about other fun adventures. Home Slice? Sure. I know about Home Slice. I'll read some fun adventures at some point. There's so many fan works from so many different things that I want to check out, but I just like... whenever I have time, I don't feel like there is too little time to check out absolutely everything, so it's like, you know.
I know.
I remember how Dave and Rose talked here about being basically stuck in 2009, and his dialogue made me sad. And yeah. I mean, culturally being stuck in 2009, when they didn't even have confirmation that, you know, the Alpha Kids would live up to 2011 before their whole thing happened. The fact that Dave kind of considered that that also makes me kind of sad. Thank you for reminding me of that. Yeah, fair enough, as Homestuck is also really good. I often take canon for myself as it's just up to game over, and then the OTA as so either continuation is equally valid for me. Man. Not on topic, but I remember watching a really funny comic dub where Dirk and Roxy talk about Among Us, and Dave doesn't know what they're talking about. They didn't live that far! That doesn't make any sense! It'd be stuff for a scientific study even. Place the 3 individuals in a room, Karkat, Dave, and a random person. They aren't allowed to come in 1 inch cross with their standing positions. Oh wait, you guys are talking about something. Okay, sorry. I don't understand that. Which also helps my case in debunking my another theory that puts Arena to a bad light. I see. The Gamzee thing, I suppose. No, but yeah, it was Gamzee's doing that made Terezi feel like she had to get her blindness healed by Arena. It was the Gamzee's doing, I remember. Which, god damn it, man, the stuff that guy did while in his fucking evil mode, dude, horrible. I completely forgot this song actually plays in the comic. Openbound 3 would have been so much cooler if it had a 3-hour-long flash about Damara goofing around and being happy. Exactly, see, that's what I'm talking about. Possibly also showing if you don't know would ship her or something. Okay. Yeah. Pause. And then we get a bit of this. Dave. I forgot about this freaking like. My god. No, it's fantastic, okay? I'm just. Solarp. Right! Because this leads into the date. Completely forgot about that. Right. This Dave panel is so wrong. Why? What is the wrong about this Dave panel? Why are his sleeves that color? Shouldn't they be bright red? Oh yeah! That's true! What the hell? Yeah, and some people who really want to hate Arana want you to think that Arana was controlling him all the way back there, which makes just no damn sense. So, before I actually got to this part in my original read-through, I already knew what was gonna happen because I saw an image of Kanai and Rose kissing. So I knew what was gonna happen.
Whoa.
And when I heard the alcohol thing, that did make me think that, oh, okay, I think I know what's gonna happen because of that. And yeah, it did, and that was awesome. Okay, let's play. Let's play Reverie in Moonlight. Actually, no, hold on, it's a different name. I keep forgetting the name of the song. In Starlight? Lilith in Starlight. Why do they think Reverie? That's okay. Lilith in Starlight, there we go. Drunk Rose arc, yeah. That's what's sad about this, right? Is that it's such a good moment for their relationship, but it sets up the drunk thing, which we see them struggling with next time we actually see these two. And then after that, we kind of see, like, a potential for that whole thing being fixed between them, but then that gets retconned, which, again, I've said like 4 times already in this stream. But okay, we don't have to focus on that all too much. Hi! I forgot, bleh. God, just walking around in the dark, what an amazing date. But yeah, the fact that they did manage to get something out of this is very nice. Kainaya? Can you keep a secret? Her talking logic is just wow. Another thing I actually don't like about HS Redcon, just magically removing that problem, Rose's alcoholism. No, yeah, especially since there was a setup for that being fixed, you know? For you know, the issue at least being resolved between them. Wasn't there a part in the comic where Arana shuts Gamzee from talking, which is why he doesn't act doesn't in Act 6? I don't remember anything about that. What? Where's it from? I mean, I don't say like, oh, that doesn't exist, but like, where is that from? Actually, General Mituna. Oh, fun fact, in the sound test there is a track called Mother that is basically the beta version of this track that inspired it. Nice. Honestly, Rosemary was bound to inevitably happen. They are both established as dark literature lovers. No, but but they, like, also they just, since the beginning, they have such good chemistry. The worst part about it is that it shows Vriska being the one who effortlessly stops them from drinking. And I still don't think of it that way, because Vriska Graham does a lot of heavy lifting when it comes to showing you what exactly happens differently and what happened the same. And I don't think it was as simple as her just, you know, knocking over the drink and that being that. I think that was more so, it is more so supposed to be, she has that kind of personality where she isn't afraid of hurting Rose's feeling if she points it out very like earlier on, you know, which Kanaya very much was. That was kind of that was kind of the whole thing with their interaction pre-game over. At least from what I remember, might be wrong. But I understand that frustration too. I understand that frustration, because again, that intermission, right? That last intermission does a lot of stuff really quickly, quicker than some of arcs should have been, you know, concluded or shown off. Definitely, but still, like I feel like that point that I just said just now can be also made. Also, and hello, Ria, Hivestuck. Do you not remember the Gamzee shushing? I remember Karkat shushing, Pap shushing him, but we do know that he, you know, talks to Terezi. He talks to Terezi at least. So otherwise, how can he be talking to Jane when he sells her potions? Exactly, that too. The character favoritism towards her also one of my biggest issues with the entire comic. Wait, to whom, Steve? Oh, Vriska. No, yeah, I understand that, yeah. But I like this interaction, because it's, because getting back to the actual, like, where we are in the comic, they're, I don't know, I like it because it definitely, it like, both is a conversation that serves the purpose of, like, hey, look at their relationship going to the next level, basically, where they are both aware of, like, oh, they went on a date, they had their first kiss, something happened there, right? There is way less tiptoeing around the topic, even though later on she has the alcohol problem, right? It's some... what?
Ah, I'm just... my nose is running, that's all it is.
Oh, sorry.
It's fine.
But this just a pleasant read. It involves their relationship well, and Rose, you know, talking also about the quadrants like that. Tell me about your spabes. It's funny. But yeah, it is very nice. The fact that you know, we had the time to make this happen, you know? Very nice. Fall. Drunk happen, X-Rose combo bob. Real. Bonk. Bonk. Okay. Psych, not the end yet.
Whoa.
This freaking thing, God. Also, Gamzee and WV, both characters that got the same treatment, and I hate that. Wouldn't it be the best last time Hasek does that, but at least there is a reason for the next time they did that? No, yeah. Again, I never really connected the Gamzee and the WV in those ways, but yeah, absolutely, they would have both benefited from like more POV, like both in the kind of a similar way, despite being such different characters. Never really connected them in that way. But yeah, I've already expressed my want for that. We can move on. Even though I've said we can move on from something and then I mention it later again and still. You keep forgetting about what I say, hey, let's move on from this, and then I mention it again.
You do know this is the fake one, right?
No, I know this is the fake one. I'm looking at chat. Much like the infamous layout about theory, I'm a little too passionate about LOL. You could argue with Azure about that, because he views it as a very cut and dry topic. Oh boy, talking about Arana and how she viewed all of the consequences of her actions.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look, the freaking GIF looped. The sleeves, yeah. When he was being mind controlled by... Okay, I don't want to get into that conversation quite yet. You remember when I got baited by this page, Lamau? Yeah, I legitimately did. It was so funny. This is the best flash in the entire comic. No wanna know why? Sailor Moon Damara. Right, I forget about that. This in general... This is... At the time when I was here, obviously I didn't know that it was one last hurrah and like for a lot of these characters, which is a shame. But yeah. Good song, good song. And the strife ends up being just them talking. Wanna join my army? Yeah. This was nice still. John's dumb frickin' face. No, yeah, I remember, and then, yep. For no, she just does it because, yeah, I don't like nerds. Sure. Bye. This is a good finish to the intermission, I just say. Like, it just is. Very cool. Transformation. Most find precious. This is also her like changing the style of her god tier outfit. Why didn't we get that with so many other characters? Because like Rose makes that dress for herself, right? Which is obviously with the light colors. But like with others, no. And so there are so many cool fan designs for like combinations of god tier garbs with like their previously alchemized clothing. It could have been so cool to see like some of that, and that's just. It's just the standard ones all the way. It's just a little sad. But yeah, the fan-made designs exist for a reason. It's just funny to see her like be able to change the outfit like this. I don't have a second transformation. This is so counterproductive. Still preparing to fight. Hi, Aradia!
Aradia!
Aradia! God, freaking Dream self-Aqueous and his like army of Aradia bots. I wanna know what happened there, but whatever. This is also such a cool, also place to shove new outfits in for these characters, and The person that I forget the name of the person that did these, but they did a really good job of literally every single sprite here. Yeah, just looking. Is that this solids? Shut the hell up! I don't want to see that. I do want to see that, but not that on the right. God, this guy, he did get in pain. Okay. Just looking at all of the outfits again. They're really nice. I really like them. I wonder how many people might have noticed, by the way, that the Mara sprites are flipping the bird, as in because of the few pixels rising from her hand. Oh yeah, here, I see that. I never noticed that. That's funny. You probably can't see it on the Discord stream because of the quality, but it's there. She is flipping the bird. Okay, the mini strife is cool and all, but it bothers me how there is no alternate Minas and Vriskas in the crowd. No, yeah, that's... that's kind of weird, right? Especially that... This is something that I talked about before. Why the hell do we never see any alternate alpha kids? Ever. Anywhere. We see alternate beta kids, we see alternate trolls on from both iterations of the universe. Why don't we see alternate alpha kids anywhere? Again, less actual like thematic focus on doubles, which bothers me. But yeah,
I think there was one place where we saw different alpha kids, which was Terezi, remember when they showed the ghosts of the alpha kids from when they died. But yes, but even then, that used to be the alpha timeline. That's not even just a regular doomed timeline, you know. It's just yeah. Kinda annoyed that there are no more Minas nor Vriskas here. Like yeah, I display both, but it makes no sense that there can only be one of each. It's so weird how it's also the only time I can remember of at least to see more Alaneas. Right, yeah. Because there is one, then there is one. Can they be on the other team? Freaking the bottom there. Yes! What is this gathering has completely blown away my ability to tolerate this stupidity and awfulness. Get me the fuck out of here. God. Need to reread this properly too. My goodness gracious. My goodness gracious. I think my favorite things still... two of my favorite things here still are one, Terezi and Dave's outfit here, and then two, freaking March Aridon being in here. Other than that, let's move on. Great. These are cool spreads, actually. Stop, you guys! Not cool, Squidward. Okay, sorry. Callie called. She yelled and yelled. Oh, she wants to be included so bad. Oh. Okay,
well,
yeah.
she's certainly gone forever. Oh, never mind.
Nah,
Yeah,
I'm
we have
here.
to end
I'm
soon.
here. Yeah, I kind of have to end soon. The good thing that we're at the end of the intermission. Okay, so I did think that we would do more of this, right? But I think it's understandable that considering the density of this intermission that we did only like once, that we did one stream dedicated to all of it, it was interesting to talk with y'all about the ancestors. I really enjoyed it. I hope y'all did too.
Yeah, I had fun.
There's also no Gamzee ghosts in the dream bubbles. Really weird, yeah. Stop fighting!
I think it's safe to say that the next one will not be the second last stream for this.
I mean, okay, let's look real quick, okay? So this is just a single thing. This will be gone over super quickly.
I'm calling it 10 parts.
No. Organ instructors. This will probably be the longest out of the sub acts. This one, gonna be honest. Even if not much actually happens here, I will probably have some things to say about the Alpha Kids in general, considering this is like the last time they are the absolute main focus, pretty much. Which is also a shame considering how much of a time skip happens here. But yeah, we'll get to that when we get to that. This thing also is pretty dense, so these two are probably gonna be like a part to their own. Well, from here to here probably, and yeah, so yeah, maybe 3 parts then, considering that. Well, if 3 parts, then it would be 10 parts. My goodness gracious, you are correct. We are cursed. We are cursed. We are cursed. Because yeah, I'm pretty sure that I will have enough to say about like pre-game over stuff and then game over to just for it to be just one stream again, and then after that all of this and then collide, and yeah, probably 3 more parts. God damn it, man. I really hope that it would be just one stream, dude. Okay. Once more, I hope that y'all are fine with this, because I want to get to Hive Swap too, but I don't want to leave this series hanging either.
Okay. Speech will not be ended.
Okay, back. Don't forget you're here forever. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we're ending. Hello?
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, we
hold on,
were
gosh.
anyways, so.
My headphones aren't in. Hold on. Hello? Hello?
Hi.
Hi.
Okay. Thank you everybody for coming. If you're still here, please leave a like. That would be greatly appreciated. Oh, okay. And question of the day. I mean, we've already asked it before what your favorite ancestor is, so that's kind of a basic question. I don't really have anything. Luna, okay, I have to end really quickly, so if you have any idea for question of the day, leave that in the comment and I'll pin it. Okay, Luna?
Yes. Okay.
So, once more, thank you everybody for coming over, and see you next time.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Tell a friend. Bye. Bye.
See you Friday.